So Donald Trump he launched or is launching a new social media platform. I think it's called Truth Social, which is hilarious that Donald Trump is calling his social media platform Truth. This is a guy who has not a great relationship with the truth, to say the least, but there's some interesting stuff to report on this, so take a look. Throw it up there on screen now. Mediaite says, Donald Trump's new social media platform, which has been advertised as encouraging an open, free, and honest global conversation, will reportedly rely on big tech software to heavily moderate content to ensure it remains family-friendly. So they're going to moderate. Brooke Singman, writing for Fox Business, reported, but those involved in the final stages of the platform's development told Fox Business that they anticipate that malign actors will target the site and attempt to flood the platform with illegal content, especially during and immediately after their formal launch. Fox Business has learned that TMTG is partnering with Hive, a San Francisco-based Series D startup that provides automated solutions through cloud-based artificial intelligence for understanding images, videos, and text content. Hive's technology provides automated content moderation across video, image, text, and audio. Hive will assist Truth Social to banish posts that are sexually explicit and violent, while also purging spam and content which is considered hateful. Well, hold the phone here. You guys said the whole point of launching this platform was free speech. That's what you said. Hey, there's too much suppression, there's too much censorship on Twitter and other social media platforms like Facebook, etc. By the way, true. There's also too much banning and censorship and algorithmic manipulation on YouTube. It's something I complain about all the time from a left perspective. But as they're demonstrating here, it was never about free speech for them. It was about them being the censors. They don't like that Silicon Valley oligarch billionaires that have liberal sensibilities, that they're the censors. I don't like that either. But my response is not, make me the censor. My response is, let's not censor. Their response is, let's posture like we're anti-censorship. But on day one, before day one, he's like, we're going to have to go ahead and censor. So you weren't being honest and upfront at any step of the way. That's obvious. Because look, if you want to say, this is fair, you say, well, we all agree, even no matter how much in favor of free speech you are. If you're a free speech bro, free speech absolutist, whatever. And I am those things. But that doesn't mean you can do direct threats of violence, doxing, targeted harassment. Like, that's not allowed. Correct, agreed. That doesn't mean, here's another one, that you can, like, literally commit a crime and then post it. Like, if you post something of somebody getting murdered, should that be allowed? Well, no, that's a crime. It's illegal. It should be illegal. Maybe there's some weird stretch of an argument of, like, you pull it down, but you still have it stored in a database so that the officials can use that to help crack the case and get the bad guy or whatever. But I get it. The point is, like, do we really want to facilitate that on our platform? Fine. Listen to what they said they're going to moderate. Sexually explicit posts. Violent posts. Well, hold on. Sexually explicit. Twitter even allows a bunch of sexually explicit content. Twitter even allows that. Do you want to be more restrictive than Twitter? Violent content. What do you mean violent content? Can you not post a boxing match? Can you not post something, a clip from a UFC fight or something? That's violent. That's violent. Are you not allowed to do that? Purging spam content. Well, hold on. See, now we're getting beyond absurd. Spam, like trolley behavior. You could easily say, this is spam when it's just a troll choosing to troll. So, should you ban that? No. Look, I'm pro-troll. I would allow people to troll. That's part and parcel of free speech. Say, oh, no spam and content which is considered hateful. Well, what's considered hateful is subjective, and it is totally in the eye of the beholder. Now, there is a point where just being hateful, it crosses a line into targeted harassment, in which case we all agree. You can't allow that. But just being hateful in general, why shouldn't you be allowed to be hateful? When I talk about how billionaires and corporations have rigged the system against working people and we should change that, some might say you're being hateful towards billionaires. Kind of. Should my stuff get pulled down as a result of that? I don't think so. So what do you mean? What do you mean hateful? What does that mean? Look, they never believed in free speech truly as a matter of principle. They just want to be the censors. And you saw this perfectly with the MyPillow guy, Mike Lindell, when he wanted to launch his social media platform. The whole point, he was acting like it's all about free speech. And then he gives an interview and says, and we're not going to allow nudity, cursing, taking the Lord's name in vain. And he had a whole list. So not only are you not in favor of free speech, you are less in favor of free speech than the people who you're complaining about. You're less in favor of free speech than Twitter. They never believed it. They never meant it. It's a tactic for them. It's a strategy for them. They are deploying it cynically. And you know what? Some people on the far right were at least honest enough to admit that. Like when Richard Spencer was caught saying, no, I obviously don't believe in free speech. I'm just using this as a tactic so they allow my shit to get out there. But if I had control, of course I wouldn't allow the leftist ideas out there. And by the way, they also totally misdiagnosed the situation and pretend there's only censorship of right-wingers. They banned like every large Antifa account on Twitter. They did. Reddit banned Chapo Trap House alongside of the Donald Reddit. So if they ban Chapo, if they ban large Antifa accounts, if they've banned a bunch of leftist accounts under the guise of it's Russian disinformation or something, pull it. No evidence presented. They're not actually funded by the Russian government, just people who are leftists. Well, this isn't a problem of just targeting the right with censorship. It's not. There's too much censorship across the board for a variety of different reasons. But their solution is not actually let's get rid of the censorship. Their solution is let's create our own platform in which we will censor. So that's their answer. Now you know their answer. What's my answer? Regulate all the large social media companies as if they're public utilities to expand First Amendment protections. That's it. Now, again, does that mean that you can do direct threats of violence and libel and slander and doxing and targeted harassment? No. But those things are already illegal. And so we will put a process in place where those things that are actually illegal are not allowed, because illegal things by definition are not allowed. But outside of that, it's all systems go. So, but the way to do that is to regulate the big social media companies like they're public utilities. That's the way you do that. And that's not what they want to do. So all these right-wingers who complain about it, Rand Paul complains about it all the time. Oh my God, this oppression and this and that. They all have the wrong answer. Their answer is, I don't know, more competition. Like we'll try to compete with Twitter, but then also we're not even going to be in favor of free speech. We'll be less in favor of it than they are while we pretend we're more in favor of it. Do you see how these people are charlatans yet? Do you see it? Because it can't be more clear. It can't be more obvious. The only answer is the actual leftist answer, which I just gave you. So even if you're on the right and you support that, good. Say it. It's okay. And you can own it. That is a left-wing position. Granted, a lot of right-wingers posture like they're in favor of the left-wing position, but now you know at least the ones who have any power to do anything about it do not support that leftist position. It's all posturing. Okay. There you have it. I don't know how Donald Trump's new social media app is going to do, but what I do know is it's not what they pretended it was going to be. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.